What's up, Scorpio? King of Cups, bottom of my deck. Love it. Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. So happy to have all the Scorpios in the house. Hope this video finds you well. Happy Capricorn season, soon to be Aquarius season. You were featured a little bit in the Aquarius reading, which is why I decided to do you next. I just finished that one. We are here to do your love readings. Love readings, we'll say middle of January into mid-February. As always, guys, these are general messages on YouTube. Not everything I say will resonate with all the Scorpios out there. It's up to you guys to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind, and ultimately to take away only the messages that you feel are meant for you. Too many cards. You have like 8 cards here. I'm not going to take them. Sorry, Spirit. Too many messages. Give this reading time to resonate, time to marinate, for your own good, right? Sometimes messages will click instantly here and now, more often than not in a few hours, in a few days, even in a few weeks. So if that's the case, take it and run with it. That means it was your message. And if not, you can release any energy that doesn't serve you. It could be that I'm picking up on energy of somebody else, right? Okay, what else? In the description box below is everything you're going to want to know about this reading, including the decks I am using here today, as well as my social media channels. I'm the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe wherever you can. You have cards flying out. There's the death card too. This card was randomly in a deck where it didn't belong, and I actually love it because it's your card. It's the Tower. Yes, everybody freaks out. But here's what I got from this instantly is you're rebuilding from something that was really messy. And like, this is such a random message, you guys, but something about this reminds me of the movie Ghostbusters. It like with their little like, you know, those things that they bust the ghosts with, and they're like, what are they called? Proton packs? Something about the energy that they channel out of that. It's like you're connecting with someone who is like equally in a state of rebuilding their life. I'm not getting that it's messy. It feels very spiritual. But yeah, this card literally had no business being on the table, but it came up, and I consider it a Scorpio card, even though I think it is Mars. But anyway, it's rebuilding after destruction. And I mean, so for some of you, if you're in an unhealthy relationship that needs to end, death card, yeah, and the Fool, I would just be careful of the Tower coming in a way that is a little bit of like a bitch slap, right? But if not, something about this is like magnetic energy, and maybe it's a structure you guys are going to build together, rebuild after something for those getting out of a relationship. But yeah, I saw this and it just felt good. And yeah, I know it's a Tower, but there was something good about its energy. Anyway, also saw a card of 2 of Cups from this, I think it's Santa Muerte deck, and it's super sexual, and I looked at it instantly and like, I'm sorry, earmuffs if you're not ready for this. It was like exchanging of bodily fluids, and it felt very Scorpio-esque. It felt hyper sexualized, and I think that might be a new relationship where like the energy is kinetic. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's like Frankenstein, right? Bringing the monster to life, bringing something back from the dead. With the death card, and it's depicted with like a sickle, like something. It could be a relationship that you thought was dead and buried. For some, it could potentially get off to a new start, potentially. And it's almost like you didn't see it coming. Something about this Fool. He's about to fall right off the cliff because he's not looking where he's going. And something about your intuition tells you it's like you weren't prepared for this person to come into your life or come back into your life, right? If there's rebuilding after the Tower, you might be headed towards a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I said that in your earlier, your general reading, something about a Sagittarius. And when I was shuffling, I saw Temperance too. So maybe a Sagittarius, not going to be for everyone. Could also be another Scorpio. Sorry guys, my camera froze. All right, so last line of your little spread here, and then we're gonna hop into your reading. You have cards flying. There's so many messages. All right, last 2 cards for Scorpio. Flew right out. We'll take one more for Scorpio. Scorpio in love, mid-January. Whoa, okay. That one wants to be seen too. All right, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, again, maybe rebuilding off of a seed that you thought it was, in metaphor, like the land wasn't fertile, it couldn't grow. This could actually be finding out that you're pregnant too. It doesn't have to be. Yeah, adding another one to the mix. Maybe you're having twins, or you're adding another I don't know. I don't know why pregnancy is coming through so strong here, specifically with this card. It's like going home from the doctor and hearing the results that you did conceive. That's not, yeah, an Ace of Cups. That's not going to be for everyone, but again, take only what resonates. That kind of flew out on its own. Tower and a Page of Pentacles, rebuilding with an earth sign. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Not for everyone, but also something about a one-night stand. And okay, it's like a one-night stand that you revisit, which I know doesn't make it a one-night stand anymore, but it's like something, again, you thought was dead and buried that one night you hooked up or something. You may come back around to that. Yeah, very interesting. Maybe with a Gemini. Maybe with a Gemini. All right, hopping into your actual reading. Sorry, Scorpio. All right, 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and Ace of Pentacles. Now the 10 is in reverse, so that's how it looks on my board, my table here. Some of you are going after, obviously, a new opportunity with an ace. It's a seed, it's a building block, it's something you can grow and develop and nurture. Again, I'm getting a huge message of pregnancy, especially those doing like, is it IVF? Something about like literally like inserting the needle into a fertilized egg. Do you see how that is? Like just the imagery there is just so blatantly obvious to me. And I said that earlier. Something about finding out that you're conceiving, again, potentially with a Gemini. Another card of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Not for everyone. Leaving behind or rejecting a 10 of Pentacles, leaving behind someone who has a lot of money or a business opportunity in which the money was good, but your passion and your drive wasn't there. It's like you're wanting to build something else. Or again, the idea of the Tower and then rebuilding after something that destroyed you or something you thought was dead and buried. Something you thought had no potential that you couldn't go back to. I am just kind of getting something about you're going to have to start small to rebuild, right? Again, this is in the reverse, so I think this Tower has already happened. You thought the potential for this was like null and void. I just heard that expression. But there's something telling you to go after it again. To try making that baby one last time. Like, do you know what I mean? And that baby, that seed could represent a lot of things. It doesn't literally have to be creating a child, right? Yeah, it's like you thought the ground wasn't fertile, but it is. Again, all these pregnancy metaphors. All right, steering away from that. And you have the Queen of Pentacles. Come on, nurturing the seed. It looks like she's holding a baby in her lap, right? Card of Capricorn. Maybe in Capricorn season, you guys get the news, the communication, the exciting message that makes you want to move fast, right? Rapid action towards this new opportunity. Why is the 10 of Pentacles in reverse here? And I'm sort of reading this as past, present, or future. Take only what resonates for you, Scorpio. I can already tell this is going to be a long reading. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, there's a new start on what couldn't be grown previously, prior. Some sort of epiphany or communication. Fighting for something that couldn't grow in this soil and moving it, literally movement, right? To new lands, to replant the seed. Again, business opportunities. It could be like some sort of like kinetic relationship that it crumbled. There's a reason why you couldn't do it. Maybe it was a karmic partnership, right? You've had to go through some sort of healing process on your own and learn some valuable lessons. And it's like once those lessons finally like take root, something can be grown again, but you're all the wiser. You're approaching it in a different way this time so that it doesn't come crashing down. And I'm saying that because of Page of Pentacles. It's taking the ace and doing something more with it, right? There is growth here. So again, I'm not terribly concerned about the Tower because I think this has already happened. And just the uniqueness of the way this was presented, it's more like it came out of nowhere. The idea of a shooting star across the sky, you didn't see it coming, but it's bright. It lights everything up. And again, something about like the crossed wires of communication. I don't know why I'm referencing Ghostbusters in a love reading, but I am. Something about that, it's like, again, something about a ghost. You thought it was dead and buried. It's something maybe from the past that haunts you. In a way, though, that it feels like a missed opportunity. Like maybe a tower came and it was out of your control. Somebody lost their job, their house, there was a divorce, there was a move, there was a reason why something split or fell down or got severed or whatever. But you may end up moving towards it again to try and rebuild what couldn't be built or capitalized on in the past. Maybe it has to do with a job. Maybe it has to do with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's that phone number that you've kept in your phone and like you're saving it for a rainy day. Again, like something that may have been a booty call once, it may actually turn out to be something more. Scorpio, only you would get a reading like this. All right, let's hop into your present. All right, so you have 4 of Pentacles, yes. 7 of Swords, 4 of Wands. Yeah, this to me, I said something similar to Aquarius, or the 4 of Pentacles came up a lot for Aquarius. So some of you might be dealing with an Aquarian. You may have strong Aquarius in your chart. 4 of Pentacles is holding on to something in this reading. I want to be very specific. Holding on to something just in case. Being guarded of your investments, of your bank account, protecting your assets, protecting your allies, I heard, your friends group, your whatever it is. Also, there's something about like a sexual position here. Again, like that phone number you've kept in your pocket for a rainy day, someone you didn't anticipate calling or communicating with. 2 aces. Come on, 2 new beginnings. I love that. It's something you were keeping just in case, saving it for a rainy day. That fire sign you walked away from, that you always kept them in the back of your mind of maybe someday I'll return to it, maybe someday I'll go back. Are they your soulmate? And Aquarius had a reading that had same-sex couples in it too, so that may relate to some of you out there. This is really cute. I'm not even worried about the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords can sometimes be a lower vibrational card, but here it's indecision. I want to stay warm by the fire, right? Because there's passion, there's love, there's some sense of loyalty here. But internally, mentally, something is pulling me away that I need to go deal with before I can invest my time and my passion in this. Again, the 1 ace. Before I can invest my time in this person who there's huge untapped potential with, I can't grow it right now. I have to walk away and take care of my responsibilities. I may come back for that Ace of Swords. I may come back for that air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be an air sign, but yeah, because look, it's like the bond is undeniable. Guys, the crossed lines of communication, that magnetic, kinetic energy I was speaking of, the crossing of the proton pack lines, I'm sure there's a name for that, but I don't know what it is. That's what this reminds me of too. Those 2 red ribbons, they cross and they intersect and they tie them together. This is like a soulmates for life. And even if it's not romantic, it could even be talking about a friendship or regrowing some type of relationship with a family member, with a coworker, with whatever. I'm reading for love, right? But you get what I'm saying. There was crossed lines, and it seems like in the past it was destroyed, something fell apart, but there's a chance to like reconnect, to heal the wounds, I'm almost getting judgment vibes, go back and seek out closure, tie it up in a cute little bow is what I frequently say. If it's not a soulmate card, it's a card of celebrations, a solid foundation. And with the 4 of Pentacles, you're so involved in these, it's sometimes the miser card, holding on to things too tightly. I take this to mean, though, as I was saying, there's a part of you that wanted to stay where the passion was, where this, you know, maybe this air sign potential you had a one-night stand with. It was nice. You enjoyed it. It was fun. But you knew, like, I don't know, something about like the responsibility of now I need to go take care of whatever. Here it's like you didn't have anything to give. You were so concerned with holding on to what you currently had. You couldn't invest with the fire sign, with the air sign, right? With the earth sign, doesn't matter. Here it's like there's a 4 where it's you doing all of like the work, I guess, with Pentacles. It's you focused on your career. It's you focused on just trying to keep your head above water financially. You know, maybe you had a lot of tasks, you had projects, you had family responsibilities. Here it's like there's 2 people holding down the fort now. You go from 2 4s are sometimes like safety zones, comfort zones, and if it's not that, and it doesn't have to be lower vibrational, like it just be like, wow, things are good, things are steady, things are solid. Here you're doing it alone. Here there's 2. You're adding another one to the mix. That's what I said when this verse got started, all this idea of pregnancy and the ace to the 2. Something about twins came to mind, conceiving, and how I was saying like the needle penetrating like the fertilized egg and like all that metaphor. If it's not literally a baby, it is for some of you though. And maybe that's why you're revisiting this. Maybe the one night stand, some of you got pregnant. That's not gonna be for everyone, but anyway, adding 2 to the mix, there was a reason why somebody had to walk away. Again, potentially an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But there may be like a reroute, a course correction, because something about this relationship was solid. It was stable enough to at least revisit and see if there's like untapped potential there. From 1 to 2. From 1 to 2. Do you understand what I'm saying? Might be with a fire sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's someone who you'd be very passionate about. Again, I just have to say it. Hot sex. That's what came through really strongly when I was pre-shuffling off camera. I hope it comes up because there was a 2 of Cups and it's literally like, it's just hyper-sexualized and it felt so Scorpio-esque. Anyway, moving on. Is it hot in here? Just kidding. Why is this 7 of Swords coming up in Scorpio's spread? Wow. Okay, you have 3 4s. This is actually incredible. And sort of in your present, you know, I'm sort of reading as past, present, future. 4s are safety zones, like seeking stability, seeking solid foundations, for better or worse, right? Every card has a lower and a higher vibration. Someone, again, as I said, walking away, somebody had to decline a romantic offer. There it is, that Ace of Cups that you thought was dead and buried, right? The Death card, you thought you had to walk away from it and you'd never see it again, never revisit it again. Because it seemed silly or it seemed foolish. Again, like one night stand vibe. It couldn't have lasted. There was a reason somebody had to walk away despite not wanting to. They're extremely conflicted here. Do I stay warm by the fire? Do I trudge out in the snow? It's going to be a lot harder, but maybe it'll be worth it in the end when I can reroute and like come back to this person in a higher vibration. There was something they had to take care of. There was people who needed them. And this could be you, Scorpio, right? Maybe this is all about what you had to do, your path. There was an offer of a cup, an offer of love, and either somebody overlooked it as, again, silly, foolish, non-committal, or they saw it as an opportunity that was fun and could offer love, but they weren't in a place to equally give. There wasn't a 2 of Cups energy. There was fire, there was passion, there was kinetic energy, there was sex, but there wasn't practicality in building off of this yet. It's like you only one person had a seed to offer. And again, later on it becomes 2. Like an equal match, an equal desire to build and grow. Combining bank accounts, right? Someone made a difficult decision to walk away from something that they had passion for because they were trying to get balance back into their life, potentially with their finances or their family. Or again, they just had other commitments that was requiring their time and energy. Hold on, I gotta pause you guys. Sorry guys, my battery was dying. I had to plug in my charger thing. All right, so let's look at your potential future. Nothing is set in stone, right? You have Ace of Wands, you have the Devil, and then you have the 6 of Wands and is it the 6? Yeah, and the 6 of Cups in reverse. Okay. Those are in the upright. 2 6s. You have 3 6s as well. Interesting. We're going to look at that too. So the 6 of Cups is making peace with the past sometimes, a card of nostalgia, sweet, innocent vibes, offering forgiveness and apology to ourselves, particularly if we felt like we made some sort of action that we regret, that's eating away at us. And then the 6 of Wands is usually a card of victory, triumph, making it through some sort of conflict and feeling a sense of accomplishment. Another ace. So you have 3 aces. That's actually really incredible. So what is it about the number 3 that is important to you, Scorpio? Because you have 3 aces, you have 3 4s, and you have 3 6s. Like that's pretty significant. Here we're missing, oh, actually, and you do have the ace here. It's at the bottom of your deck, but you do have the 4th. So all the tools on your table, I'm getting magician, magic vibes. Again, something about this, your magic wands, the streams crossing. 4 aces, all the tools on your table to create something great, a great manifester, right? Whatever it is you're trying to manifest, particularly in your love life, keep investing in that. Just because you walked away or they walked away once doesn't mean this couldn't get up and off the ground again. But this person needs more time and energy and something about devoting more work to the relationship in order to get it to grow. Because here it's stagnant. It can't grow. There is a potential for something to be reignited with a Capricorn or an Earth sign. Or for, I will say, a brand new opportunity. If you and I don't think you have. Not a ton of Earth energy here. Something about getting something new started with an Earth sign. If you offered your cup of love to someone and they rejected it, if they're not coming back, this happened for the reason that it was supposed to move you forward with some sort of valuable lesson and knowledge to really find out what it is that you desire in a soulmate, in which case you may have a brand new beginning, right? With a Capricorn, and for some reason this feels like a higher vibe to me. Again, that sexual energy, that kinetic energy that maybe you didn't feel before in a relationship, that could be coming back into play here. It's someone who makes your heart sing. This person is probably a musician of some kind, or writes lyrics or poetry or composes. Something about music is very important. Again, makes your heart sing. That metaphor here. And look at you with the Ace of Wands. Doesn't that look like a little scorpion? I think this would be like a little bug, but it has very heavy Scorpio vibes. The Six of Cups is in reverse, so something in the past you haven't made peace with, that's what's coming in your potential future. In reverse, the past is not at peace. There's something to be revisited, and it feels like something that was not a victory. Something that, I hate to use the word failure because that sounds so harsh, but again, there's the idea of moving forward to go back and repair it. Fertilizing the seed once and for all, like having it stick, having it take this time. Again, the metaphor of pregnancy here. Something about going back to poke it one more time. Oh my God, that's a sexual metaphor. I didn't mean it like that. Can't you poke people on Facebook or some, I don't know what ridiculous social media platform that is, whatever. There's the idea of like poking somebody to say hello. Oh my God, you guys, it's so sexual. I can't believe I just said that. That's coming through. Someone's gonna get poked. But it's revisiting the past to make it a victory. So even if you don't want to reconcile with this person, maybe it's just like discussing of feelings from the past. Cups that could have almost spilled. It's like you're coming in to rescue it or save it or make peace with it. Something that tore you away, temptation, the devil, that may have been what tore this person away. Maybe there was too many people involved. Maybe they couldn't commit to this cup and they knew it wasn't the right time to invest in your cup. Again, somebody was torn. They were being pulled away for it's like reasons that were almost out of their hands, almost out of their control. Yeah, there was like a master controller or something else was pulling at them. Hold on, I'm gonna clarify it. I'm so sorry if you can hear that. There's someone like mowing the lawn outside. Annoying. Why is the devil coming up for Scorpio's reading? Clarify the devil. It could just be a Capricorn for those looking to ignite something with a Capricorn. Yeah, it's putting some... Hold on, I'm gonna pull one more. A Capricorn or a Gemini, that may have been something about a third party situation, not for everybody. Some power or force or responsibility that wasn't particularly a happy one that drew this person away, that distraction is dead and buried. It's gone. And maybe that is potentially why someone is able to like reroute and reconnect this like undeniable connection. The Hermit and the Four of Wands. Yeah, going from singlehood, again, some sort of knowledge or truth, moving forward with important spiritual lessons, soul searching, to find the soulmate. The Four of Wands, or again, reestablish order and stability. You have the Four of Wands twice. Like that's pretty badass. And I mean, I'm reading for romance, right? So I mean, yeah, why not? Soulmate card, sure. It feels like there is some sort of connection here that either you learn valuable lessons on what it is you truly want and desire and in a soulmate, and it's like you had to go and fill your cup and make sure you were good before you offered it to someone else. Or again, there was some sort of force or destruction, right? That caused a hot and sexy relationship to end. There may be a chance, like a match, an Ace of Wands, to re-spark, to reignite, to relight the candles, right? He's surrounded by candles. Candles and music and wine and romance. I like this devil card. It actually feels really good to me. Someone may have had to beat some sort of unhealthy addiction before they were ready to connect with you. Drugs, alcohol. I mean, it could be like codependency, like sexual addiction. Scorpio. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I kid. I joke. All right. We'll pull one more. This is a long video. Sorry, guys. Yeah, with the Six of Cups in reverse and the Six of Wands of victory, there's something that needs to be made peace with in the past that we need to make it okay. We need to make it right. Somebody needs to come in and make it a win. Make it a victory so you can like celebrate or at minimum walk away from this knowing you did your best, knowing you did the right thing. This is a card of confidence and pride about the relationships in our past. Yeah, it's a really positive message. I like this a lot. A missed opportunity, going back and making it right. If you missed out on a cup or rejected somebody or someone rejected you, even if they're not coming around to be like, yes, let's rush into this, though for a lot of you, maybe. Ace of Wands, fire, passion, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's at least like circling back because there was hesitation on leaving. Why? Why was there hesitation? This person is going back to give where they couldn't before. Or at least offer some sort of truth or explanation of why things happened the way they did. Closure. Closure. I love that. Who doesn't love closure? Right? Where you can peacefully move on from something, right? Like, we can let this, like, melt off and die, essentially. These thoughts that have been keeping us awake at night. These thoughts that have been killing us, eating away at us. There's new passion to be found. You have all four aces. Scorpio. Maybe you're meeting a Virgo or a Gemini. Yeah, if you were to work on this and invest time and energy, this unsettled feelings or emotions of the past that feels like it felt like a loss. It felt like a missed opportunity. You can course correct. You can work on this. You can rebuild it. That's sort of what I'm getting from this. Bottom of your deck is Ten of Pentacles. Huge untapped potential. And yeah, there's that Nine of Wands. I was feeling that earlier. A wounded warrior. Someone has their defenses up. So if someone comes in wanting to be like, hey, Scorpio, remember me? Remember that, hot, sexy one-night stand? You potentially may not let your guard down initially, and understandably so. If someone brought the tower down on you and you didn't see it coming, you were like, this is my soulmate and this is my love, and I want to give them my everything and my all. Getting this up and running, getting the spark, the magic back, it's certainly not impossible because we know you felt it before, but I think you had walked away thinking this could never be, this is dead and buried. So yeah, this may represent someone who's hesitant, someone who's not wanting to let their guard down, someone who's had their heart broken. But again, 9 is closing out a cycle of pain, of difficult energy, of agony, so that you can rebuild and go into the aces. All right, let's throw some romance angels on it. For Scorpio and their love reading. Flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. Yeah, with all these aces, don't be afraid to start something new, right? Whoever is meant to be in your life will be, right? It's almost undeniable. Show up, do the work, right? Manifest, think about what it is. What is your long-term, what is it, the dreams you want to build, right? The relationships, the dream career. Make sure you can envision that and know what it looks like. But flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others, and then free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. This did come out in reverse. And something about these go together. And a Capricorn, for that matter. I always see this as Black Phillip and the Witch. Have you guys ever seen that movie? Something about a Capricorn might be important here. Somebody who did have to free themselves, who did have to cut the connection here. Again, like it was reversed. I don't typically read these in reverse, but that's significant. Someone who felt trapped, someone who felt like they needed to move on from this because this cup couldn't offer them what they needed at the time, or they couldn't reciprocate the cup that was being offered to them. They needed to flee and go off on some adventure. Again, this is so Sagittarian for those dealing with a Sagittarius. Something about a Virgo too. Once they experience the freedom and the liberation, they may actually come around and recognize there's at least potential for a soulmate here to go from 1 to 2. Again, King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Interesting. Bottom of your deck, this could be the one. You've already... Let me try that again. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of rebirth vibes here. Impatience. Impatience and instinct. You guys know. That's what this says to me. Intuition. And something about the moon, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water energy. Something about they're just biding their time. It's like you kind of know this person is going to come back around. If nothing else, to make it right. That doesn't necessarily have to mean expressing your love, though it could, because it's the other bottom of your deck card. Making peace with the past. Make sure you are filling your time and your day with activities that are growing, that are nurturing your own seed, that are offering you some sort of emotional fulfillment, because the aces start with us, right? Your own cup, your own heart needs to be happy individually, solely. Hermit mode, right? You need to go through your own spiritual journey, spiritual lessons. Along the way, you will meet people who are in alignment with your heart, people who are meant to be on your soul path. They will come in, but make sure you're not just waiting around for one person. Listen to what your intuition is telling you. And I always say it's a very, very easy cop-out to be, oh, my intuition tells me this is my person, this is my love. Okay, cool, that's fine. Absolutely. But your intuition never keeps you in a place that doesn't allow you to grow. So that would mean biding your time, just waiting for the person to come back. That's not a healthy use of your time. Flirt, go out and meet new people. Maybe you got to kiss a few frogs to meet your prince type energy. Lots of aces, lots of potential for new beginnings. I don't know why I'm supposed to pull you an animal card. I haven't done this for all my other ones, but I don't know. Something about this is important. Unless you get like, I don't know. I was gonna say goat for Capricorn. I don't think there's a goat in this deck. For Scorpio. Animal cards for Scorpio. Scorpio. And for those of you who feel chained to the past, again, making it right in some capacity, saying what you needed to say to that person, that is going to free you, Scorpio, so that you're not waiting in like a pen, in a cage, you know, not living your life to the fullest. Free yourself. Maybe that's what all these aces are. Freeing yourself. All right, stop rambling. Animal medicine card. Let's go. Oh, too many cards. Oyster and mouse. Channeling higher vibrations. Something about saving the pearl. Saving the... I don't know what that is. Rabbit and hummingbird. Yeah, something about you vibe. Again, like the Ghostbuster vibe. Those like magnetic energy waves you're putting out in the world. There was something fleeting about this opportunity. It came and went very quickly. Something crashed down on it. But this person still pops in and checks on you. And it may involve like spying. It doesn't have to, like, especially on social media. Yeah, something like you thought was dead and buried, something pops up from the rabbit hole. Again, magician vibes, pulling the rabbit out of the hat, Gemini and Virgo energy. There's something magic, there's something kinetic about this opportunity. Could be an earth sign or an air sign. All right, that's what I got for you guys. Also, Year of the Rabbit. Somebody is Year of the Rabbit. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what resonates for you, Scorpio, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye!